I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
And we already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. Please call.
You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also.
If you are an honest person, you did not think this tweet was anti-Semitic.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also.
One of the biggest questions I think we can ask is, how do we go from Kanye West, who made the college dropout, said George Bush didn't like black people, to a full-blown Nazi, supposedly. Hi, my name's James and I'm a Christian YouTuber. Welcome to my channel. I just talk about random things that I like. A couple days ago, I posted a video about Kanye West, and I just wanted to do a follow-up because I've been thinking about it quite a bit lately, about sort of what I said, how Christians should not, align themselves up with Kanye West. Now, one of the reasons why Kanye West is sort of in the position and the group of people he's in is because of conservative Christians who wanted to use his voice to perpetuate their political agenda. And I really felt like these people have used Kanye West. There is no doubt people are using him. People like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, all these conservatives are using them for whatever their political agenda is. And it's really messed up, right? Like, Kanye West, to me, is having a manic episode. I have seen firsthand what it looks like when someone is having a panic episode, the paranoia, the believing some type of group organization's after you, believing they are chosen by God or the universe or something. Kanye West fits all those things there. And at the end of the day, we really don't know. But this does seem to be a manic episode. I mean, whether it's the long run-in sentences that don't have any type of cohesive thought, the crazy actions, the impulsivity, I mean, all of it. There's no doubt in my mind, people are using him. And it's such a shame, because the worst part is many of these people claim to be Christians. One second, guys, let me roll up my sleeves here. Arms are a little ashy. I should at least be somewhat semi-looking good. Well, something of that nature. Going back to the subject, many of these people are Christians. Candace Owens and her husband are a good example. I think her husband is a Catholic, because I've seen him on Pints of Aquinas. I didn't actually watch the interview, but I seen he did one. And, he's also the CEO of Parler. And who was Parler going to sell their company to? Kanye West, which is kind of interesting when you think about it, because Kanye West has no background in running a social media company. And while Kanye West has done many cool things and has been successful, owning a tech company is extremely hard, especially one like Parler, which has sort of been ostracized by the mainstream tech industry and just probably wasn't making enough money. And now that Kanye West is not as worth as he used to be, they decided to end this deal back in November. Not because of the stuff he said about Hitler or anything like that. I'm assuming because he didn't have the money. And it's interesting to me, and this is all just a guess, I can't prove this, but from my point of view, my vantage point, and me looking out the outside in, it looks to me that Candace Owens and her husband were using someone who wasn't all the way there to promote their political agenda and to get themselves out of this failing company. And if that is true, if what I'm saying is true, which many people think it is, that's really messed up and unethical, I have struggled with my own mental health quite a bit in my life, and I've had manic episodes with my obsessive compulsive disorder, and I'm really glad no one's ever taken advantage of me. It's usually in those spots I'm not probably making the best decisions. Now, I'm not saying a bunch of anti-Semitic stuff and saying I like Hitler, because that's absurd. I haven't always been there. I mean, have any of you ever hallucinated before? It's not fun. So I relate to what Kanye West is saying, or not saying, oh gosh, I don't relate to it saying. When I see Kanye West, I do see myself a little bit in there. And I think many people suffered from mental illness, bipolar, depression, manic episodes, can relate schizophrenia. It doesn't feel good to be that way. And then when you realize that you're in a manic episode or you're no longer there, you look back and it's just like, it can be really devastating. When people like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Tim Pool, all these people who bring him up on the show, many of them, it's always hard to say who's trying to use him and who's not. I really think Candace Owens is, with the Why Lives t-shirt stuff and all that stuff there. I mean, these same people go on and on about the decay of modern society. Someone like Candace Owens, who you could kind of call red pill, talks about the problem with single moms and marriage and all that stuff there. You know, by having Kanye West participate in this nonsense has helped break his family apart, or at least make it worse, right? I mean, Kim Kardashian could go in and say, look how he acts all over the place, where it makes him hard to see his kids, it makes him hard to earn money, all this stuff there. How else are you helping him besides putting him on your platform? And then what does she do? Candace remains silent. Now look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's doing stuff that's helping people. If she is, I'll take this video down where she's just trying to help Kanye West. But from what we see, guys, I don't see that. And that's really heartbreaking. You can't go on about how much you care about family and single parenthood and all this stuff, and then literally make it harder for someone to see their kids or make a living. We always talk about how, especially in conservative spaces, how you want to fix your home first in the world. But you guys have been platforming Kanye West, who has his house and personal life in absolute disarray. That is messed up. That is messed up. It upsets me because while I think what Kanye West said is terrible, and I don't want to make an excuse for if he actually believes in this stuff, which, I mean, it seems like he does at this point. But I do know when people are having manic episodes, conspiracies and all that stuff, and they pick up a lot of this stuff, man. I mean, this looks very similar to what happened to Tila Tequila. If you guys don't remember who Tila Tequila was, she was like this reality TV star on VH1. She was like a singer on MySpace. There's a whole thing. And she started having mental breakdowns and also fell into this anti-Semitism hole. Believed she was being watched, believed she was chosen by God, betraying this really weird Christian kind of fundamentalist thing. And the only reason people dismissed her so early was because she wasn't creative and groundbreaking like Kanye West is. And I think that's why Kanye West is given so many chances. How can someone this successful, you'll hear people say that, be insane? Right? I think if this was any other person, like your coworker or neighbor or someone, we wouldn't be making so many excuses for Kanye West. But we do. And I think people want to see Kanye West succeed. But the people who are using him, doesn't seem that. When Donald Trump is bringing him to the Oval Office and he's going on these long rants, or Candace Owens is doing these t-shirt stuff with him where he has White Lives Matter in the back and something about the Pope in the front, which is interesting. Like, isn't your husband Catholic? Am I wrong about that? Pretty sure her husband's Catholic. Maybe he's not. But all this stuff there, it's like insane. It's insane. And it just makes me sad. Kanye West has been very influential for me as a teenager growing up. I mean, I can honestly say that College Dropout saved my life, man. I mean, I was so depressed as a kid. Stress, anxiety, high OCD, abusive home, alcoholism in a family. I mean, there's just days I just wanted to die. Like, so many days. And that album really helped me so much. And it's sad to see Kanye West to go through this. And I just hope that he doesn't take his own life. I hope that he is able to get well. I hope that he sees the error of his ways and changes. And I hope people can help him change. And I pray that he ends up with people in his life that actually care about him. And that he's able to have a good relationship with his kids. I mean, this man has embarrassed his kids, ruined his wealth, ruined his reputation, all these things there. And now he's trying to run for president.